Hello everyone, my name is Eliza and join me while I paint Tommy, and Tommy will be gardening. As you see, I start with the background and I chose to use washi tape to make a box, and I'm just going to paint the background of part of the picture. And for this I use a wet on wet technique. So I painted it first with water and now I'm adding color to it. Some greens, some oranges and some yellows, just to fill the background with a sun color, like there's a sun in the background. And you see that I paint around every object here. And when you peel away the washi tape, it reveals a block and a lot of white. You can barely see the sketch underneath, but it's there. After removing the washi tape, I continue with erasing more of the sketch, because if I leave too much there, you will see it when I paint the rest or use my coloring pencils. And now it's time to start on Tommy. So I let it dry. I used my dryer as well. I used just a regular hair dryer to dry everything in between layers, because otherwise it just takes too long, and I just want to enjoy the process and enjoy painting without endless waiting. As you probably know by now, Tommy always wears the same clothes, a green t-shirt, a blue shorts and a blue hat. Sometimes he wears a hat, sometimes he doesn't. And you see me here applying the green. After I've done all the green, I decided not to use my dryer. So for now I'm going to start on the grass, and for that I'll use my coloring pencils. And these are Staedtler Norris pencils. They're okay, they're not the best, but they're okay for this job. They do give color, not as much as I would want to, but it works. I use 4 tones of green, and that will give a nice shade. Unfortunately, it's really difficult to see the greens on camera, but it's really there. So hopefully later on you will see it. As I said, I chose 4 greens, and what I'm doing is just using one color at a time and just coloring pieces, and I'll just make large strokes, just like scratching, just to show there's a grass texture there. And I do it with one color on several places in the picture, and then I'll use the next color and the next. That way it'll layer and you will have a piece of grass that's not just a simple one color green. The more colors I use, the better you can see the grass getting there. You can finally see it on screen as well. And I really like this combination of the ecoline and the colored pencil. It just gives something different, something extra. But now I'll speed up the process of the grass. Okay, so the grass is done, and now it's time to continue with Tommy, because he only wears his boots and his shirt, and those aren't even finished yet. So now it's time to use the blue on his hat and his shorts. As you can see, I use ecoline brush pens, and I just color a bit on a piece of plastic add some water to it and use it as a water paint, and it works perfect, as you can see. It's now time to do the line art, and for that I use a fine liner, a 0.5mm from Craft. This is not a waterproof pen. I found that out the hard way, so I had to make sure it really is dry before I use it, because otherwise it'll just leak through heavily. Let's do the wheel, I thought. That would be easy, I thought. Well, it's not. It's there, but I'm not that happy about it. But just leave it. As you can see, I am doing line art on the tree, and the goal is to not make it a real tree, but just a, well, some kind of sketch of a tree. It should show you that it is a tree, but that's about it. There's no color in it. It will be white, it will stay white, because I love the idea of using color on some parts and no color at all on others. And it's finally time to put the finishing touches on the clothes of Tommy, and I use a darker green for that, around the edges of his boots and his shirt and his shorts. Now it's time for the line art on the rake, and for the pose of Tommy and for the rake, and I used reference, of course I did, and because it's not something I have in my drawing vocabulary, so I used the reference to make it as real as possible. So I hope I succeeded. Let me know in the comments if I did. Let's finish it up and use the line art to do Tommy. I still struggle a lot with drawing hands, so they are simple, they're not completely anatomically correct, or but I'll get there. Just practice. If you want to see me practicing, watch other videos of mine about gesture drawing, or the drawing of figures, or me learning how to draw cute foods, because I'm constantly learning just to improve myself. So watch me while I learn. And if you want to join me and watch me, just hit the like and subscribe button and hit that notification bell so you won't miss anything in the future. And of course, let me know in the comments what you think of Tommy. What else do you want him to do in the future?